Hello, Phil here from Doncaster Stories. For this week's challenge, we'd like you to write your own myths. This idea came from an exhibition that should have been at Doncaster's The Point Gallery during this time. It's called Mythomania, and it features work like this created by the artist Ian Kirkpatrick. And we're very lucky because Ian has agreed to record this message to launch our challenge this week.
Hi there. My name is Ian Kirkpatrick and I'm a Canadian artist currently living in London. This week's writing challenge is based on my exhibition called Mythomania, which is currently on display at the Point in Doncaster. The show deals with lots of themes related to mythology, both in the past and in the present. I hope you really enjoy the challenge and good luck.
So this time we're going to keep the challenge going for 2 weeks, so you've got a lot of time to really get your creativity going when you're writing these myths. In a minute, I'm going to show you some more of Ian's artwork and take you through how you might start writing your own myth. But first, let's take a look at some of the reading you can do around this subject. Of course, there's all the classic myths, aren't there? Ancient Greek myths, Norse myths. Some of my favourite versions of these are these by Geraldine McEwen and Tony Ross. There's loads of these you can read. There's Hercules, of course, you might have heard of. Theseus and the Minotaur, or my favourite is Perseus and the Gorgon Medusa. Really worth finding a version of this story and reading. It's really good. Okay, you might want to look at some more modern day myths, updates. You might have heard of Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief. There's a whole series of these really good adventures, really get to grips with. If you prefer more comical stories, bit of comedy, you might like to check out Who Let the Gods Out? Again, this is a series now by Maz Evans. Loads of great characters, all the Greek myths updated to the modern day, and again, a really good adventure. I really like these ones by the illustrator and author Joe Todd Stanton. Here we have Arthur and the Golden Rope and Marcy and the Riddle of the Sphinx. Again, updates on classic myths, really good adventures, and fantastic illustrations inside. So, let's have a look now at some of Ian Kirkpatrick's artwork. So as you can see, Ian's work is inspired by mythical characters and creatures, and they have a really modern feel, with the surfaces featuring iconography from the past and the present, really bright and vibrant colours. Hopefully, there's lots of inspiration here for your myths. They could be set in the past, like traditional myths, in the present, in the modern day world, or even the future with robots and space adventures. So here's how I might plan out a myth, which often involves a hero going on some kind of quest. You might just want to sketch out something like this to plan out your story. Here are the main parts of my quest myth. There's the hero and the setting, the problem, the helper and the object, the monster and the ending, with the bits in between where you can include bits of the journey to add excitement to the story. So here we have a hero and our setting. I've used Perseus from ancient Greece, the famous myth, but you can have any setting and any hero, whether it's in the past, the present or the future. Next you need some kind of problem. For Perseus, it was King Polydectes who dared him to go and get the head of the Gorgon Medusa. Your myth can have any kind of challenge or quest to get some treasure or retrieve something or somebody who's been kidnapped perhaps. Many myths then have some kind of helper that gives the hero a special object to help them on their quest. In this myth, the gods give Perseus some special sandals with wings, a helmet of invisibility, and a shield that's as shiny as a mirror. You might have a lot of fun making up a helper for your quest and some kind of magical object that will help the hero on their journey. Finally, the hero will battle with the monster, and they might make use of one of the magical objects at the end of the story. Think about how your hero will beat the baddie, and then come up with an ending. Perhaps link this back with the beginning of the story. Here, for example, Perseus becomes the king himself. So, have fun creating your myths, and we can't wait to see them. Please email them to doncasterstories@literacytrust.org.uk. Put them on Twitter with the hashtag Doncaster Stories, or post them up on our Facebook page. So have fun with your creations, stay safe, and we can't wait to see your myths.